yeah, these two are, or have been over the last couple of weeks, they have been firm, but there's an interesting point I need to make here, and it's worth listening to because there's a little bit of market correlation that goes in with this. Now, these two highs here, right, this is a failure to make a new low, okay, which renders the 164.16 a structure. Now, that's fact. This looks remarkably like the dollar index. There's a point to this in that the Aussie, we're dealing with the pound and the Aussie here, okay? The pound over the last 6 trading sessions has been stronger than the Aussie. The Aussie is a commodity currency. Commodities are denominated in US dollars. So, you bear with me here. This looks a lot like the dollar index. Now, if the dollar index breaks up, that's going to put pressure on commodities. If commodities come under pressure, so does the Aussie dollar. Okay? So, if the dollar index breaks up from the 78.61, wasn't it? Let's have a quick refresher. Yes? You see these highs here? If the dollar breaks up from 78.61, yeah, and we head towards the 80, that's not going to help commodities very much. So, the pound can maintain its strength, but the Aussie can come under pressure. So, if the dollar index breaks up out of the 78.61, it could give us a heads up on the break of the 164.16. Okay, so this is certainly a point that we need to watch, even though the pound and the Aussie are relatively firm compared to other things. Now, that should make sense to you, because I mean it's a really interesting comparison in terms of market correlation. It's really worth watching. So the sum of all the parts then is the structural long is 164.16. That's your structural long. Your structural short is the 158.33. Very easy to define. So 158.33 the structural short, 164.16 the structural long. Now, due to these bands, these ranges being very wide apart, the 200 tick's going to be, we're not going to really expect, very low risk opportunities. However, we're going to have the long point. We're going to have the long point the same as our, and it's got to be the same as the structure, really, 164.16. So the highs, I know it's miles away, but these from the high, we're just getting a consistent move down. I mean, I wouldn't want to be long. I wouldn't want to be long before the structure, guys. So I mean, I'm afraid you're going to have to be patient on that, but it just might be worth it. So 164.16 is your long, both structure and short term. Therefore, your stop, if you're going to go long at the structure, your stop's going to be just the other side of the structure, and I'd have it below 164. Okay, so that you're going to have your long stop at 164, and on the short side Sorry, my computer. I just need to stop something on here. On the short side, we will take the low here, the 162. We can go short at a fresh low here. So the short side is, I know it's live, it keeps changing, but you know, we're going to take the momentum low as the short. So let's call it 162, and your short stop, again, you know, we have to be short stop. We're going to have the other side of the market side. So 162.62. Okay, the short's 162, short stop's 162.62, and that will accommodate this low here. So we'll go with that stop. That's fine. Okay, so really, yeah, I know the long point is a little way away, but I wouldn't take a long before that, guys. Okay, that's your pound Aussie. I'll just save the record.